free criminal background checks. How can the public do free criminal background checks online? I am going to show you how sheriffsdepartment.net works, and what this website offers you is local, state, and county resources. These are going to be official resources that the public can use to do a free criminal background check. So in this example, I'm going to grab the state of Arizona, and it's going to be the process is very similar from state to state. So depending on which state you're going to be using, the process should be very similar. The first option you have here is to do a name check, and this is a nationwide look. It's an instant search, so it should show you something fairly quickly, and it looks at databases that you might not even be thinking of. So nationwide check kind of will give you that big picture look, and if we scroll down, you can really zoom in on a particular state, particular county, or maybe a particular court case, criminal court case, criminal record, whatever it may be. At the local level, you're able to do that in much greater detail. And this is coming from official resources, so it's going to be probably the best option for you. So when it comes to criminal background checks, you have your essentials, court records, criminal records. At times, even driving related records could also be considered criminal. It could be even business. It's definitely prison and incarceration records, and it's definitely the sexual offender registry. And a lot of these options are free. So if you can't find some of these things at the state level, in most cases you will, but you can also do this at the county level, and we cover the most populous counties in each state. So if you want to look at arrests, mugshots, and things like that, you have to go at the county level, like the sheriff's department, the police department. So we have those resources for you too, in addition to the statewide resources. So let's take a look at some of the essential things. So a statewide criminal check, most states will have an option where you can directly get a criminal background check. The only downfall to this is it's going to be statewide. So if like a person moved around, if they traveled somewhere, there could be criminal activities that were done in multiple states, multiple counties. So it's kind of difficult to know this information nowadays. Everybody moves around, so it's a good idea to do the nationwide check in combination with the local check. So just a heads up there, these are going to be state specific, but these are going to be the best because they're coming directly from the source. And let's see, so in a lot of in most places we'll have background check options for employees. They'll have a fingerprint type of background checks. They will have local clearance type of checks. And then some states will also offer a personal review, so an individual can actually look at their own criminal history, or at least see what's on there, make sure everything is nothing looks out of place. And a lot of times personal checks can be done for free. So the more advanced ones, or maybe I should say the official ones, say for like employment and things like that, these are going to cost money. So I just wanted to go over them. It's not necessarily free, but it just wanted to throw it out there before we move on to the court records. So when it comes to court records, and I'm going to go to the court specific page here, you have you typically have different types of courts. You have your city level courts, municipal courts, you'll have your county level courts, superior level courts, and then the Court of Appeals. And so each of these courts will process different criminal cases. So like for instance, city courts will do traffic, but they aren't going to do felony records. or they're not going to process felony cases. Another smaller level court might do small claims and evictions, but they might not do probate and things like that. And so you want to make sure you take a look at each of these places or each of these databases if they're not in the centralized system. And so what sheriffsdepartment.net does for you is everything from the Supreme Court all the way down to the city court. You have information that we've researched. If there isn't online access, we'll give you that link. If there isn't one, we'll let you know if possibly you might need to stop by a public terminal at the court, and you're able to look at least on the dockets. A lot of times, most of the times, you could do this for free. Another thing you could also look into are county level court records. These are sources that are statewide. Not every state is going to give you a statewide database. Sometimes you'll have to go to a specific county and you'll have to research your court, your criminal court, your civil court information at the county level. So see if there's a statewide option, and if not, you'll have to do it county by county, or just figure out what are the most appropriate counties are and do your search there. So that's how you're able to look at criminal records for free, because anytime somebody gets a ticket, anytime somebody gets arrested, eventually it all goes through the court system, and so the courts capture any criminal activity that happens, and it all goes through the court system. So you're able to look at criminal activity of an individual for free by using the court records. Another couple of things you might want to look at is incarceration records. These are prison records, and every state has a system that can be researched for free. So if anybody is in prison or was in prison, you should be able to come up with a first and a last name and do this type of a check for free. Another thing you want to look at is the sexual offender registry, and every state will have this information for free. Sometimes also the local sheriff's department or the police department will have their own database, but typically you're able to do it at the state level for free also. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave a link in the description for sheriffsdepartment.net, or just type sheriffsdepartment.net in your browser, and come on down and check out all the state and official resources that you have available for free criminal background checks. Thanks for listening.